1 year in office. I'm going to ask you at the end some big takeaways, but let's start first with homelessness. Of course, that was your number one issue that you talked about last year when you were campaigning. Let's start by you talking to me about the progress you have made.
My first few months, we had a learning tour and going around and talking to neighborhood leaders, going on ride-alongs with the fire department, police department, parks, and looking at some of our homeless programs. So I really zeroed in on the programs we have and what's working, how much it costs. And I realized that it's not always a money issue. We have a big chunk in the city budget, not enough money we'll get to, but we weren't being as effective with the solutions. And too much, I think, honestly, there is this homeless industrial complex where we focus on these amazing projects for people that are homeless. They're $600,000 per unit, but at the end of the day, you're serving 5% of the homeless population, not 95%. So it's just not working. We're not helping enough people. So I was like, we need to scrap that and look at more simplistic, cost-effective ideas like smaller cabin tiny homes. We figured out we can do these tiny homes for about $85,000 per door as opposed to $600,000 per door. And so math speaks for itself. And then we also went and talked to people in the homeless shelters. And they're like, we don't like to go to those big congregate sites, like the big tent and warehouse like you see after there's a hurricane, everybody's sleeping together in a bunch of cots. So that it's not safe, it has all kinds of issues, you can't have your stuff, you can't have a little pet. And so they're like, we would like a door and a key, like you and I would like. And so we're like, you know what? These are more cost effective, they're better for people that are homeless, and we'll get better results. Let's just kind of shift and focus there. So we're just zeroing in on what we think is going to be better for our taxpayers and serve more people. On the bottom line, getting more unsheltered homeless off of the streets. And so we're not an A, we didn't succeed, not like it's the old mission accomplished type thing, but I think we're making steady progress. Let me just give you a few numbers. That when I took office, the homeless count for unsheltered homeless had went down by about 30% from 22 to 24. Well, in the last 18 months since then, we've opened up over 500 new homeless places for people to go. So we've increased our bed capacity by 30%. And we adopted a plan recently to essentially open up another 500 plus homeless locations. So I think that we're answering the call and enforcing the law and having more places where people can go.